Your inner divinity. I recorded a video the other day that I don't think that I'll be publishing anytime soon. It was kind of a mess. Um, but in it, I was talking about some videos that I'd seen on Instagram that were great well, one in particular that was a great, very annoying example of our belief that the truth is inside of us. In a video that I did publish about naive realism, I read from How Minds Change. Um, and I really liked David McRaney's phrasing of about naive realism. So naive realism is sort of the assumption that the reality that you perceive, or the representations of reality that you have in here, are reflections of reality, that you are perceiving reality as it is out there, rather than it's being reconstructed in here and there being differences. So naive realism is that assumption that I see reality, and so that's one of the unfortunate sort of fundamental myths of current human psychology, and and then another one is inner divinity. Okay, so we're on page 174. I'm just going to read two sentences. He's talking about this conspiracy theorist, and this is actually towards the end of his being a conspiracy theorist. He asked the audience to tap into their inner divinity and to go infinitely into yourself forever. We all have the secrets of the universe deep inside us, because consciousness is infinite, fractal, and holographic. Anyway, so that's called well, I call it sentimentalism, because that's what they refer to people from the French Revolution who subscribed to a similar thing. They called them sentimentalists. So sentimentalism and naive realism. Naive realism, you think that you're seeing the world as it is, and then sentimentalism, that the truth is written on your heart, that the truth is inside of you. Sometimes, or we'll say the intuition knows, or your heart knows, or your body knows. And so that's what we're going to call it, inner divinity, the myth of inner divinity. It's very mid. And then also we have the naive realism, which maybe we can, yeah, anyway. So we've got the MDNR, or no, the mid, no, the I, all right, whatever. Anyway, so these two things, naive realism and inner divinity, are two really big and important illusions that we have. First of all, we think that everything out here we see as it is. And second, we don't actually even need to look at this. We could easily just get the answer from looking, because we see reality as it is. But we don't even need to do that, because we can just look inside. So pretty dangerous stuff. But it's a natural human instinct. Everybody has it. I remember one time I was on I'm going to finish with this story, but I've already made the point. I just wanted to talk about, present inner divinity to. I remember one time I had a conversation with my younger sister where this was just a few years ago, early in sort of this chapter of my intellectual journey, meaning that I was really like, what the fuck, realizing that brains sort of create reality, and then people are thinking that, like, in their hearts or in their brains or in their intuition, in their gut, whatever, is like truth. And anyway, so I called my sister, and I said to her, it was satirical what I said to her. I was giving her satirical advice, saying what a mistake people make, or maybe that she's making, by going all these classes, by reading books and by blah blah blah. What you need to do is meditate. By the way, meditation is a good thing, so don't think that this is an overall rejection meditation. But what you need to do is meditate, reflect, introspect, and because when you really give yourself the time, you'll find and doesn't that sound so, all the answers, doesn't that sound so true and good? Even as I'm saying it, I'm like, wait, that's not what we believe, right? That's how automatic, how natural the instinct is. It sounds so fucking right. And the video that I saw on Instagram, it was in French, which is another reason that sort of made it complicated to publish, because I have one video in English, one video in French. Anyway, so she's saying we know things, we know everything, but but then we ignore that inner knowledge, and I knew it was gonna people were gonna love it. And she said that the truth is here, and then the brain questions. Of course, every mental event is here. So sometimes you'll have a situation, you'll have one instinct saying this, another one saying that. And so any conflict, it's all up here. But we can't understand, how can there be conflict within a thing? So we're like, okay, the brain represents one voice, then some magic in here represents one voice, and it really is magic. Not only have we never found sort of the cognitive agent here, but also, not only is it like doing cognition, it has all truth in here. Everything you need to survive. And then your brain just like fucks up questioning it, which is so funny, because then you would think, so Neil must not have a brain. He must just have an area here where it's all the survival instinct, because he's not questioning a bunch of stuff. He's just going instinct. And those people, this is what I said in the other video I recorded that I'm probably not going to publish. And then those people who are all about love that intuition and truth inside of you thing, often tend to be the people who are like, oh, dogs know, you gotta listen to, dogs have good instincts, they can read people like that. And they're the same people who are like, I can, read people like that. And you cannot. And you know that you've been betrayed by people that you thought were really cool, and you know that you've never even tested it with people that you wrote off. You didn't go further investigate. And if you think you did, you are not. You need to wait for someone else to explain it to you once the culture. Anyway, so that's it. There you go. So you do not have inner divinity, and you are not a realist. So let go of your naive realism. Let go of your inner divinity. By reading, by listening to me, maybe. Not that I have truth inside of me, but I've done a lot of reading, a lot of thinking, and thinking based on experiences and based on things that I had read. My inner stuff are not the sources of my current ideas. I'm hoping that I have done things with information that I got from outside, and hopefully it's good information. I think that, you can check my sources, but it's pretty good bibliography, so we can talk about it. And gosh, I wish I hadn't finished that the way I did, but I don't want to add anything else. I'm gonna go.
Je pense qu'il y a tout un tas de trucs qu'on sait, mais vas-y. On devrait lire les conditions générales d'utilisation. Mais vas-y. On sait que Apple c'est trop cher et que c'est des connards. Mais vas-y. On sait que 4 heures de sommeil par nuit c'est pas l'idéal. Mais vas-y. On sait que le mois de novembre psychologiquement c'est compliqué. Mais vas-y. On sait que klaxonner ça va pas déboucher les bouchons, sinon on aurait tous un vous-vous-êtes-là dans nos chiottes. Mais vas-y. On sait que le tabac c'est tabou et pourtant on n'en vient pas tous à bout. D'ailleurs on doit bien savoir que fumer comme un pompier ça n'a pas de sens. Fumer comme un pompier. Il n'y a pas de fumée sans feu, mais il doit bien y avoir des feux sans pompiers, je pense. Non? On sait plein de trucs. Combien de fois tu dis « Je vais être malade. Je vais me brûler. Je vais tomber. Ah putain, je vais me faire mal. Putain, je me suis fait mal. » Ah mais c'était sûr, on lui avait dit. Mais tous ces trucs, en fait, on les sait là. Je m'explique. Tout ce qui nous met en garde, c'est ce cerveau-là. Mais dans ce cerveau-là, t'inquiète, t'es au top, vas-y, craque ta clope. Regarde-moi ce flow, quand tu craches, la fumée de ton Marlboro. Et toi, t'es convaincu par ce cerveau-là. L'idée, c'est qu'on a tous la réponse en nous, c'est juste qu'on la questionne. L'instinct de survie vient de là. Je sais pas, ça s'est passé comme ça, je suis intervenu sans réfléchir. Donc on aurait tous en nous 2 pôles, conscient, inconscient, analyse, ressenti, cerveau, estomac. Imagine, déjà, individuellement, on arrive à se gérer. Fin d'anecdote. Et c'est pas un examen sur table, vous avez 4 heures, non, vous avez la vie. Donc prenez le temps, mais pensez-y.